What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yalapapi from simphunter.com, and in this video, I am going to tell you about things to ignore in OFM. Yes, things to ignore. I had this idea today, and I was like, I'm always telling, we're always talking about what to focus on, what to do, right? I got to do this. You got to do that. You got to think about this. You got to plan for that. And it's like, okay, fine. But what if we turn that around? And we say it's opposite day. And we say, what should you ignore? Very important. Very important. Because if you let the wrong thing distract you, then it'll take you off your game and you'll spend time distracted with shit that you shouldn't be distracted with, that you should be ignoring. So, number one, it's going to make you laugh. Number one, the first thing you should ignore in OFM is gurus trying to sell you shit. Now, I realize the irony there. I do sell things. I sell, boot camps from time to time. That's really all I'm pushing lately, and they're sporadic, but still, there's me, and there's fucking 20, 30 other guys out there that are selling their program for this and their course for that. People are selling all kinds of shit. Their VIP program, whatever. Oh, buy this model, buy this fucking, bot, buy this whatever. The reason you should ignore us. Okay, I'm really shooting myself in the foot here, but let me tell you anyway. The reason you should ignore gurus who are trying to sell you shit is because the information that they provide to you is tainted, okay? Because they stand to gain from you taking action on that information. If I just made these videos, I didn't sell a course. I actually don't sell a course. And I don't ever, I've never sold anything in my life, which I think is why a lot of these OFM guys who have YouTube channels, they go out of their way to say I don't sell anything. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just trying to make this video to help you. I'm not going to give you the exact strategy that I use, but I'm going to kind of hint at it a little bit so you watch the video. Whatever. Not like I do that either. That said, I stand to gain. If I, for example, okay, my latest thing is talking about webcam stuff and tube site traffic, right? Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I am trying to fucking whip up a fucking cam site boot camp. How to start a webcam agency. How to recruit girls for webcam, right? I'm putting that together behind the scenes. So all the stuff that I say about that, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it's a lie. I'm not saying I'm fucking making it up so you'll give me money. But the stuff that I say about that, webcam's the best thing ever. Social media is dead. You don't want to do social media anymore. You got to do webcam from now on. Webcam is the future. Webcam is better targeted traffic. Webcam people, they spend money. Girls who do webcam are harder workers, all this shit. When you do webcam, you make more money, or you make money from the camming and you get subs, right? Those things are all true. Well, is social really dead? No. Plenty of people still do social. They do fine. But the point is that all of the argument that I'm presenting to you, the information that I am giving you is, steering you down the path of, this thing that he's selling is really good and I should buy it. Now, if you are brand new and you don't have anything that you're working on and you're looking for a method and you like whoever the guru is, you resonate with his message and his content or whatever, I'm not saying don't buy it. I've spent, you know how much money I've spent on fucking tools and courses and coaching? I don't even know, probably $50,000 in my life. Well, no, that's actually a lot. Maybe I would say between $30,000 and $40,000. Well, no, actually, if we're counting courses, yeah, $50,000. I've spent a ton on all that shit. Granted, most of them were not worth the money, to be perfectly honest with you. But I still spent the money. And even if you get one thing out of it, or even if spending the money causes you to take it more seriously, which is really the main benefit of this kind of thing, because you already know what you should be doing, right? You already pretty much know. With OFM, it's a little different. There's trade secrets people don't like to talk about. But with Reddit, you pretty much know. You need to find subreddits that are appropriate for your girl and post on there and buy upvotes. That's all there is to it, right? You don't need to pay somebody for that information. Webcam is a good example. What do you need to do? Ask a girl if she wants to do webcam. Tell her to fucking cam for 2 hours a day. Put a link to her OnlyFans, or have her use the same username as OnlyFans, and that's it, right? I just told you 90% of what the boot camp is going to be. The benefit, just subtle plug here. The benefit is that we're going to do it with you. And I've always said this, but the benefit of any info product you buy is the group that comes with it. It's not the course material, which will be leaked fucking in a month for $50. It's not that, right? That's why I do these interviews. That's why I give away shit for free. That's why I have a fucking blog. That's why I make YouTube videos, right? Because I give away all that information. The benefit is the group. The benefit is being led by the hand and having somebody there that you can ask questions with, doing it with a lot of other people who are also doing it. And when you charge money, when you pay money to get in the door, you're like weeding out all of the people who are too stupid to get together that much money to pay for it. Anyway, why should you ignore the gurus? Went in this whole like defensive rant about why you should still buy things, but why should you ignore them? Because if you already have something in your hand that you're working with that's working for you, just double down on that. Just focus on that more, right? If you haven't hit the ceiling on that, like you don't need to like go look and shop around for something else. You can. I know people do, but you don't need to. And the information, like I said, that gurus provide is tainted if they sell, you know what? I'll back that up. Actually, I'll walk that back a little bit. It's not about if they gain anything from, it doesn't have to be them selling something, right? They can gain from it in any way. It can be more subscribers. It could be more followers. It could be you signing up for a free thing, right? If they stand to gain in any way, anybody who's not like anonymously posting a faceless video with a fucking robot voice stands to gain something, right? Anyway, that said, the second thing that you should ignore in OFM, this is kind of related, is I call this grass is greener methods and strategies. Okay. So whatever method that you are doing right now, whatever it is, dating apps, fucking babe pages, wow, anything, whatever, you are intimately familiar with why it sucks, even if it's great, right? It's not all great. There's drawbacks to everything. And if you are deep in the Tinder game, and Tinder's amazing, right? There's people out there that only do Tinder and they crush. But you probably know the shitty things about doing Tinder. And there are going to be moments where you're like, oh man, fuck this Tinder shit. I wish I could just do TikTok. Or like I read, somebody just posted their results and they got 50 subs from Twitter with one post. Oh my God, that's so much easier. Oh, and I have to do all this shit with Tinder and proxies and VAs and the bot and fucking whatever. So what's going to happen is that you're going to see the results of what other people are doing and be like, man, I wish I had that because that seems so much easier or so much better or so much more fun or more preferable in some way to what I'm doing. I can tell you this, I work at a co-working space because I don't want to spend all day in my fucking apartment. So I go to a co-working space like 2 minutes from here. Really nice place. It's amazing. Worth $300 a month, let me tell you. So anyway, I go there and there's a lot of guys there that have their own business, right? There's this one guy who does some fucking real estate shit. Another guy does email marketing. And like, we all sit around on our breaks, right? And we'll talk and we'll each talk about like what we're doing. And, I'll talk about, OnlyFans agency. Wow. Oh my God. And they're like, oh, that sounds so cool. And they ask me questions like, and I know they want to get in, I know they want to like figure out some way to get in the business. And they'll tell me about their thing that they're doing. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so fucking cool. Maybe I could do that on the side. But it's the grass is always greener effect, right? So don't let it distract you. That's definitely something that you should ignore. Just figure out what you are doing well. Double down on that. I'm not saying you can never try anything new. I should never say that because I fucking try new shit all the time. I'm probably not the guy you want to fucking copy though, to be honest with you. Thank God most people don't. But focus on the stuff that is working for you and don't flip the chessboard just because like what some other guy is doing seems like it's easier. Number 3, the third thing that you should ignore in OFM is, and I'm going to say, I wrote here haters and Telegram groups, but it's not haters. It's not, and I want to say like, I'm going to say like toxic. I hate that word though. I hate how that's, because it's misused by so many people to just like sound like little bitches. However, I will define toxic comments, let's call them, in Telegram groups as follows. Toxic comments in Telegram groups. What does it mean? What purpose do they serve for the person who spoke them into existence? The only purpose they serve is to make the speaker feel better about their own choices at the expense of the target of the toxic comments, whether it's a general, speaking it into the ether, whether it's spoken to a specific person, whether it's referring to some person behind their back, whatever it is. I know it's the internet, it's Telegram, everybody's fucking angry about life, whatever. I get it. Everyone's going to talk shit, it's fine. But do not let it distract you. Do not, for example, if somebody says, oh my God, like you hear this a lot. Oh my gosh, I can't believe there's agency owners out there. This is one you hear commonly. There's agency owners out there who are only making 30% profit from a model. And then people will chime in, oh my God, I can't believe, what a bunch of fucking idiots. Oh, if you make anything less than 80% profit, you're a fucking retard. Now, would 80% be better than 30%? Yeah, of course. But if you're only making 30%, well, I don't know, 80% does sound pretty good. And I'm not saying you shouldn't look for ways to improve your profitability, but don't let those comments make you lose confidence in what you're doing. Just because some fucking random person on Telegram decides to start talking shit, it's not worth it. Although now I got myself thinking, how can we do 80%? I'm thinking that, right? But even as I think it, even as I digest that thought live on camera, well, not live really, but right now, I'm thinking I should really just play to my strengths. That's what the longer that I'm in this game, that's what I think more and more. And what are my strengths? I love talking about myself. I'm going to tell you. Here's what my strengths are. Making content. It's clearly excellent content you're watching right now. Making content, talking about OFM, networking with people, doing calls, making deals, whatever, shit like that. Those are my strengths. That's what I'm good at. That is 95% of the reason why I, knock on wood, I'm doing well. It's not because I'm a fucking technical genius. It's not because it's not for any other reason other than the fact that I did those things, period. So why am I not doubling down on that? Why am I not spending all of my time doing that? Why did I spend 8 hours this fucking weekend trying to figure out how to spam upload to 200 tube sites at once? Why did I do that? Why didn't I just fucking make content during that time? That would have been way, way, way more efficient and much better for me. Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, I do need to spend some time in the trenches so I have stuff to talk about, but 8 hours probably a bit much. So anyway, the point is that don't let offhand comments in Telegram groups from people who either directly or indirectly criticize your strategy. Don't let that bring you down. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying to immediately discard it just because it's said with a toxic accent, let's say. Always try to remain objective and see if there is some truth to that. For example, the comment that I made earlier, 30% versus 80%, it may be an indication for you to try and reduce your costs, right? Try to get it to 40% or 50% or whatever, or don't. I don't know. And I'll give you an example for me. With us, we do 30%-ish, right? Sometimes we take 30% from a model. That's our percentage, which made my skin, I felt like there were spiders on me when we started doing that. But I'll tell you when that's okay. And that's when you sign a creator who's doing 30K a month. I mean, I'd rather have the 10 grand, right? She's doing 30K a month already and we bring her on and that's it. You know what I mean? There's some people out there, they're not set up to do that. The people who are doing 80% a month, I assume, I could be wrong, but I assume it's because they've either created this masterful business for themselves where they've hired, basically, I guess their traffic is completely automated and their chatters are making $5 an hour. and they're perfectly trained with copy paste methods, I guess that's possible. If that's the case and you've done that, like, please contact me. I want to pick your brain. I could use that help for sure. Cause we don't do that. But, anyway, I forgot what I was talking about this. So anyway, the point is, don't let the haters distract you, right? Just keep doing your thing. Take the good from the Telegram groups. The bad you can leave there. Acknowledge that there may be some truth to negative statements that apply to you. But also look at the person who is saying those things and try to understand why they're saying them. You know, it's probably just to look cool in front of other people or to make themselves feel better 99% of the time. Cool. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, etc., etc., and I will see you in the next one.